MotorWeek is made possible by Auto Value and Bumper to Bumper and TireRack.com.
Back around 1970, Nissan, which was Datsun then, introduced a slick, affordable sports car called the 240Z. It was impressive enough to launch a whole class of imitators. Of course, the 240 evolved into the fatter, heavier 300ZX, hardly a car that every sports car fanatic can afford. Nissan knows that people still have warm memories of the 240Z. So when it came time to replace the square-cornered 200SX, Nissan revived the 240 moniker. Now we have the 240SX. And the question is, can the new Nissan Coupe live up to the image of the old Z? Despite Nissan's playing on the image of the original Z, a direct comparison may not be entirely appropriate. The 240Z was a stripped-down, all-out sports car, a serious car for serious drivers in a less complicated automotive world. The 240SX, however, is really quite a different animal. It's truly a car for the 90s, built to address both the problems and passions of a new driving era. The styling is more wind-cheating than the old Z's ever was, with a modern smoothness in place of yesterday's angular corners. A very non-Z feature is a choice of body style. 240SX can be had as either an XE notchback, like our test car, or an even racier SE hatchback. At this point, it might also be appropriate to address Nissan's choice of colors. The MotorWeek staff's first reaction to this interesting shade of silver green was a resounding yuck. But then we noticed a number of old 6 Series BMWs and Volkswagen Rabbits wearing a similar shade. Plus, the young, especially women, seem to love it. But a sports car doesn't run on metallic paint, however. You need a lively engine. And here arises one of those modern problems that we mentioned earlier. Like many manufacturers, Nissan has been badly stung by insurance companies that slap exorbitant premiums on cars with any engine that even hints at high performance. Nissan's solution is frighteningly logical. Rather than rely on turbos or 16-valve heads to give a 4-cylinder extra power, Nissan ordered its engineers to build a more insurable 12-valve engine that would do the same thing. The result is an all-new 2.4-liter unit that makes 140 horsepower and 152 pound-feet of torque. It is the most powerful normally aspirated engine in its class, and it pushes the car from 0 to 60 in only 9.5 seconds. And through the quarter mile in 17 seconds at 83 miles per hour, numbers very close to the original Z. Power feeds through the rear wheels on the 240SX, something that Nissan feels is absolutely necessary if the 240SX is to be taken seriously as a sports car. While overall performance is good, however, the 240SX doesn't have the feel of a hardcore sports car like the old Z. It lacks the rough edges that made its predecessor such a thrill to drive. A case in point is the shifter. The light but vague throws and soft clutch are better suited to rush hour on the freeway than spirited driving. As for spirited driving, the 240SX is very civilized. Front-end plow is minimal and the suspension is balanced and predictable. Nissan's new multi-link rear suspension is a key facet in the 240's handling. They say it reduces a rear-drive car's tendency to lose grip at the rear end. Fast corners in the 240 can be taken without high drama. The 240SX won't set a Corvette fan's heart afire, but it should keep the more spirited commuter safe and confident. The 240SX has disc on all 4 wheels, which bring the car down from 60 with distances averaging 125 feet. While that's short, fade increases as the brakes heat up. Stability is excellent, but the soft pedal gives back no feel, making the brakes very hard to modulate. On the highway, the 240SX is smooth and quiet with an interior sound level of 68 decibels. EPA mileage is rated at 20 city, 26 highway. Our mixed test loop returned 24 miles per gallon. Inside, the 240SX is as modern as they come, with no concessions to nostalgia. Wide expanses of smooth plastic dominate the interior, giving it the clinical feel that we've come to expect more in German cars. While a reasonably comprehensive analog gauge cluster is standard, the optional SE Sports package substitutes a less informative digital speedometer. But for a reason. The 240 and Nissan's new Maxima are the first mass production cars with aircraft-style heads-up instrument display. Here it projects the same digital speed onto the lower left windshield. It's meant to keep the driver informed of speed without them taking their eyes off the road. It works well, although we think most drivers would prefer a more central position on the windshield. Additional information like turn signals and an engine warning light would also help. Seating comes in the form of molded foam buckets with seamless upholstery. Most of our staff felt they looked too plain, like they were wearing seat covers. Overall, support is good, but bottom cushion tilt and height adjustment is needed. We also found that when the seat back was tilted, the lower back area could be uncomfortable. A tilt wheel is standard, as is a motorized passive shoulder belt system. Dash-mounted controls consist of huge buttons that can't be missed, even in the dark. The same goes for ventilation controls. Operation is quick and efficient. The AM/FM cassette below marks a welcome return to a rotary knob for volume, although plenty of buttons remain. The optional compact disc player produced great sound, but access is hindered by the manual shifter when it is in first, third, or fifth gear. The original 240Z didn't know CD players or back seats, but the 240SX does provide a scooped-out bench for two that includes rear shoulder belts. However, Nissan makes no bones about the SX being anything more than a 2+2 due to the child-size legroom. Most buyers will find the seat's fold-down access to the trunk more useful. The trunk itself is good for a coupe. It's wide and long, if a bit shallow. Liftover is high, so pack light. You won't need to pack the trunk with money to buy a 240SX. Our notchback style car starts at only $12,999 and comes to $15,393 with all available options. That's nearly $1,500 less than a comparably equipped Honda Prelude SI. The Honda offers a similar level of performance and a more carefully thought out interior. The Nissan also costs less than a loaded Ford Probe GT. The Probe's turbo motor makes it faster and potentially more costly to insure. Being front drive, the Probe has a more usable rear seat too. In our safety check, the 240SX passes with front passive restraints and rear shoulder belts. Anti-lock brakes are not available. Hits naturally start with the price. Next comes the smart styling, insurable engine, balanced handling, and generous luggage space. Misses are the uncomfortable seats, cold interior feel, and uneven brakes. For all Nissan's attempts to play on nostalgia, the 240SX is not going to attract the same type of people who love the 240Z. However, it may attract many of those same people who are now 20 years older and softer. The new 240SX is a spirited yet practical highway-loving coupe, not a hardcore sports car. It offers the average driver a terrific-looking, sporty, predictable, and most importantly, insurable package for everyday driving.
The MotorWeek app, which includes our latest reviews and feature stories, is now available for mobile devices.